as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Recon, 132 fighter. Blue draw Corkers. 5 wide.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Under 10, alert, 10, and Alpha, alert. Here we go. Come. Pass 85. Take it. Protein spill.
Allen gonna throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Greystone, have it. Back. Done.
To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox, let's go.
Throwing again, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
X3, 218, chop. Square. 56. 26, check 26. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, Charlie. Hey, watch it. Check.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That one complete to Bettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Mike's 40. Hey, Delta. 40's Mike. Hey, man. What's that?
Allen to throw once more. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Alert, alert, alert.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now we give running left, it's Bettis. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Mike 18, Mike 18. Go. Hatch it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Don't get nervous. Watch 18. Teams the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Come on.
Now Jackson on third down. And Andrews lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, wahoo! Switch! Shift!
Allen now looks to throw. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
You two-jet bomber.
Allen from the gun on third down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Deep, tighten up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go. Hey, wide, get wide.
Jackson from the shotgun. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And the San Diego 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check. Mike's front. Go. Hey, hold. Watch the safety creep. Switch.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to air one out, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
It's second down and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Big series right here. We got to step pilot, 64. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. What we got? What we got? What we got? Monday. Hey. Zoo.
Allen now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A run right side, it's Bettis. Finding room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Check. 40's Mike. Heavy weapon. Come on, D. Hey, back up. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All 52. I'm coming after you. Check safety, check. 25.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Jumper. What do you want? Regular.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming this way, here we go. Check, lucky. Switch it, come on, switch it. Hayward. Mike 55. Hey, eat. 65. Check it out, Reed.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. And that's Elliott, complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
5. 40. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Middle. Mike.
On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Topper! Hey, exit. Mike 40. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 5 wide. Showing it. Switch. We got it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Bound to lose 1. Check 50. Squeeze.
Jackson on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson, he sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Deon Cain with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pass 85, pass 85. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, box drop, box drop. You remember me? You remember me?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
5 wide. Protein spill.
To the air, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Hey, home. Alert. Watch the shit.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Check nickel.
Allen looks to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. Third down here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Cannot get away, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Watch twins. Watch twins. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen. Oh, he stays up. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he fields it cleanly. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. at the 33-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
18, Mike, 18. Yeah.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson throwing the out route and complete. It's Elliott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Strong right.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, he's coming. I'm here all day. Pass. Alert! 1-3. Hey, I-7. Left in.
Back to throw. Allen. This one complete to Smallwood. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Deon Cain, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
55, Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike 55. Mike 55. Yeah. We don't want none. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
22. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Check three.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On the ready. 18's come on. Max back. Right. That's it. That's tight. Tight is right. We got 4.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Crusaders.
Check. Ready. 40's the mark. 40's the mark. Middle. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Back. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Guns. Middle. Half. Watch, go.
Back to throw.
Check 26.
is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
You got it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Start your week by installing your game plan.